Are we struggling in the physics? Are we solving the questions but unable to recall the formulas or the right concept of the question? Are we taking too much time in understanding the question and solving it? If any of this is happening, then this video is for you. So who am I? I am Dr. Umashankar Tripathi. I have completed Masters of Technology and PhD from the famous Indian Institute of Technology, Roorkee, and in my learnings of physics and my experience of teaching, I have seen lot of average students doing a few things in physics and excelling a lot in the physics, and they are solving a lot of tricky and big problems of physics like this. The first step is that you must let go of the fear of physics. When we read a question of physics, it sounds to us like this: okay, a ball is thrown from the top of the tower, a kite is flying, a batsman hit the ball at the angle of this, a monkey is hanging by the string, what will be the tension in the string? So many questions like that, and we start thinking, oh, how it is going to happen. So first thing is that you must let go of this fear. When you read a question of physics, you must start thinking that from which topic, which chapter this question is asked from. Let's say a ball is thrown from the tower. So what is the topic? So it is from the motion, it is from the kinematics. So if you bottom down that this is the topic of this particular question, it is from kinematics, then how it is going to be solved from the kinematics chapter? So we are going to use the very equation of the motion, and if you are having a good understanding of the equation of motion, there is no stopping you. You will definitely be able to solve the question. But the problem is that we do not understand the equation of motion, for example, that well that we can apply the concept of it into the solving the question. And in the NEET examination and in any examination for that matter, theory is not asked. What is asked? Questions are asked. So whatever concept that we have gained, unless we learn to apply it in the questions, in the way that a question can be solved, unless that is going to happen, you are not going to have the confidence in the physics. So how you are going to attain that confidence? Just by understanding the few basic concepts well. Like for example, equation of motion. So equation of motion is applied in so many topics. Like you are going to see it in motion in one dimension, you are going to see its application in motion in two dimension. Projectile motion, like for example, projectile motion, many of us are memorizing so big formulas of maximum height, time of flight, range, and then there are cases like a projectile motion from the height of the tower, from the incline. Similarly for relative velocity, Riemann problem, boat river problem. Okay, so all this are not having a different topic. They are not different topic at all. They are solved from the equations of motion. Similarly, if you understand to play with the forces, like you are good at taking the resolution, you are good at taking the resultant, you are good at making the free body diagram, Newton law of motion, and all the chapters which relate forces one way or other, you are going to have a good confidence in them and you will be able to solve their question very easily. Now, how I am going to help you in this? So from my vast experience of more than 10 years of teaching physics and from my qualifications that I have done from Indian Institute of Technology, Roorkee, I am going to teach you the physics from the very basic. I am going to tell you each and every concept in sufficient depth so that you will never face any difficulty in future in solving the problems of physics. Okay. Also, on this channel, we are going to deal with the basic mathematical tools that required in the physics to understand the physics well, like differentiation, like integration. Okay, so differentiation, integration, the problem is that the teachers who are teaching differentiation, integration, so when they are teaching the physics, since it is a common examination, it is asked in the JEE also, it is asked in the NEET also, but for NEET aspirants, we do not require the concept of differentiation and integration in that depth that is required for the JEE examination. So I have seen teachers are teaching that in very much detail. That is not at all required for the NEET examination. So we are teaching you the differentiation integration that is just sufficient for a NEET aspirant to excel in the physics. In this line, we already have completed the classes on the mathematical tools you are going to see in our channel. There is two sessions. One is the session on mathematical tools part 1, another is part 2. So having a good foundation will definitely going to help you understanding the concepts of physics, and afterwards we are applying these concepts in the form of question in our 75 hard day challenge series, in which we are every day doing some questions, some important questions, maybe previous year questions, some good practice questions we are dealing on this channel by the name of 75 hard day challenge in the physics. So at this channel, that is NEET Success Simplified, we are committed towards helping you reaching your goal of having a good score in NEET 2024 examination. So guys, do subscribe the channel and please follow our sessions.